doing Shadow in the Deep Part 3 now of the one shot. Just FYI, there may be adult language because I sometimes speak like a child. But our heroes are just found the dwarven priest, and he explained to them that any old dwarf could close these portals to the abyss permanently as long as they used the hammer and chisel of Clannigan, which is located up in his church. Oh, along with a book detailing how to do it. So as long as you have the book and the knowledge, you can do it. Hammer and chisel, it can be done. However, it will take several days, and the temporary closings of the portal will not last that long. So he's decided that he's going to close the portal in his Dwarven clan mine and not venture to the Silverbeards, where our intrepid heroes come from, so that their portal will open before he can get there. Athena has ascended the lift from the lower portions of the mine to, I don't know exactly what her purpose is, while the rest of our intrepid heroes stay down in the lower mine with the priest and let him rest because he is not well at all. So, Athena, as you go up the lift in the mine, suddenly you see at the top, besides the couple dwarven guard/workers who operate the lift at the top with their burrows around the capstan that raises and lowers the mine elevator lift shaft, two of your fellow clansmen. You have Bolbin, the crazy druidic type dwarf friend of yours, who was with you in the original mine as a squirrel in your backpack. And a noble guard, one of the captains of the guard, so to speak, Farron. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Farron, how you look and everything, and go ahead and introduce yourself. If you have any channels you record or anything, go ahead and introduce yourself, Justin.
Hello there, I'm Justin, and I'll be playing Farron, Hammerheart, Dwarven Guard. And looking at Farron, you would see that he is clad in plate armor and well equipped with a hammer in his hand and an axe on his back and shield in his other hand. And he has a wild and shaggy unkempt beard that hangs atop his plate armor. And he would greet Athena. Hail, Athena! Your Dane sends me to aid your party.
You startled me. I was coming up here to look for something. The priest. And there's the druid also. You found us?
Robin Johansson, go ahead and also introduce Bill and yourself if you are recording, which I believe you are now.
Yeah,
any
hello
shout outs
guys.
you'd like to make?
My name is Robin Johannesson. I have my YouTube channel, and I only have one video so far. But if you'd like to check it out, it's called "The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste." I'm gonna play Bolbin today, a dwarven druid. He's a hermit, so he usually stays out in the forest by himself, researching whatever he finds interesting. But he seems to have some insight to the greater schemes in this world and the greater mysteries, even if he might not be knowing everything, but at least he tends to have some wisdom. But he is a rather weird guy. It's not the easiest to get to know, and yeah, he at first, the first time you meet him, he might seem like a bit of a grumpy old guy. Thank you.
Okay, very well. And you all come up and you see Athena arise from the lift alone. You know that she went down there with several other dwarves, and the dwarven guards that are there will also kind of look at you like, what happened? What about our priest who went down there with his acolytes? What news do you have of what has befallen us?
Well, your priest he's been severely injured. The rest of my party's with him. I'm supposed to go to his study and get some items. And while she's doing this, she's got her hand in her pocket, rolling her hand over that gem.
The 100 gold piece gem?
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay. Oh, well, as you wish. Are they okay? Is everybody alive down there?
There's been several deaths, but I believe your priest. I believe he'll be okay once we get him back revived and get these tools to him. I'm glad to see Bolbin and Farron. Hopefully they can help us down there. And her mind is running 100 miles an hour because she was thinking that she would come up and possibly flee with her gem, and now she's back to the point of knowing that she has to help her party.
Uh-huh. Oh, should we send more folks down? We have a couple other healers that are skilled in the really good strong drink. That always brings the dwarf back.
Well, I think it'll be okay. Maybe us three will go back down with his tools, and I think it'll be okay.
Oh, okay. Well, the priest chambers are located, and they'll give you directions to where his little chapel is.
And I look over at Bolbin and Theron and kind of motion for them to follow.
Bolbin will greet you and bow his head lightly, say, "Good to see you again, Athena. Tell me, what happened down there?"
It's almost the same thing that happened in the mines of where we were from. It's bad. There's a lot of death, a lot of bodies. It's pretty much the same thing. These tools that I'm going after are supposed to help to close the portal, and hopefully we can go and close ours also.
Is the portal currently open?
No, he has it sealed for right now.
Okay, yeah, but then time is of the essence. We need to make haste. Lead the way.
I will take your lead, Athena.
And she'll turn Michael and go towards the priest quarters to.
Okay. As y'all enter the priest quarters, it is having difficulties here. It is fairly solitary, and it is a large room. It's more almost akin to a smithy as it would to what you would think as a normal church. But there's also not only just, instead of books, the walls are lined with metal plates with runes, etchings on top of it, which is, not uncommon for you all as dwarves to see this sort of thing. And in the center of it, what the crap did I just do?
There's an elf with a bow.
Even for a dwarf, I find it unnecessary to clad your house in metal. Makes it so unnatural. I'll rather wait outside if that's okay with you guys.
But seated in the middle of it is a lone dwarf. Let me see. There. Do I got it this time? A lone dwarf with a small little can. And he is busy copying manuscripts with a, instead of a quill and ink, he's got a very hot type of stick that he will occasionally dip down in this thing that's got burning coal in it, and the smoke rises, but there's a nice little chimney at the very top. This is all common dwarf stuff, and he uses that hot stick to etch into these steel plates, which is how dwarves would write instead of books. And he will sheepishly look up at you, and he'll be like, yes, what do you all need, disturbing my copyings of this undercommon speech?
Athena will walk up to him, and we've been sent by your priest to retrieve some of his items and take them back down to the mine.
How is that old Vault?
He's not doing too well. He's been attacked, but I believe he will live.
Oh my, that is serious indeed. What does he require? I have some healing potions over here.
Well, we can take some of those, but he wants us to bring his hammer and his chisel.
Well, you do know he's... Oh, perhaps do you mean the hammer and chisel of Moradin? Is that what you require?
Yes, that's the one.
Yes. Oh, it's serious indeed. Let me see here. What's just if you'd like to, it's over here. I'll get it for you. But I recall, I was while I was transcribing this undercommon speech onto these plates for us that they had some mention of a ritual involving the hammer and chisel.
And stepping past
And,
Bolbin and walking into the smithy style temple, Farron breathes deeply in the earthy smells of the workshop, and he's undercommon. That doesn't sound like priestly priestly studies to me. What are we dealing with here?
Well, we've recently come across some. In case you didn't notice it, we're being surrounded and besieged by drow. Recently, I have no idea why. They're up this far. They're never up this far into the earth. But some of our patrols have killed some of them, and we've acquired some remnants of their speech. I'm carving that into here. I'm, knowledgeable, learned lore master of these dwarves. I do read and write undercommon, and so I've been
Drow.
yeah.
I would be honored to deliver these artifacts where they need to be to aid us in ridding the clan of these drow or any other foul denzians of the Underdark.
And he'll be messing around in some shelves and drawers and looking around like muttering stuff. I know. And then finally he'll pull out this small little hammer and chisel. He'll be like, yes, the hammer and chisel Krennigan. These are used for the sacred writings and texts and such like that. Here you go. If my lord needs it, then he may have it. But let me go and translate. Do y'all speak Undercommon?
I am a common man, a common dwarf, sir, and I've not had any studies.
Okay. Well, apparently some of our patrols have killed some of them, and these are the writings. I heard there's a rumor going around that some of you dwarves from the Silverbeard clan killed a Drider on your way here. Is this true?
Yes, very much true. It almost
Tony?
killed some of us.
Oh. Did it have any writings on it?
Yes, and she'll reach around in her backpack and hand him that scroll.
And he'll look at it and kind of raise one eyebrow, fix his glasses. This is a rather old dwarf. You're like, yes, just what I feared. It correlates to a lot of these other scraps and gives me a more clear picture of what I've been having. Apparently, these drow are under some impression that the rite of the Bloodstone is near, which some ancient ritual they have for the return of Lolth. It requires a demon to arise from the abyss and slay about 1,000 dwarves. And from our blood rock bath thing, the Lolth still arise again on this plane of existence.
Not possibly by the hairs on my chin.
Possibly explain what the drow and driders are doing up here. There's about 1,000 dwarves in this clan. Keep us all here captive?
This bloodstone, is that a valuable gem or something?
You're speaking, but I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now, Michael?
No 1,000 dwarves will die on my watch.
Can you hear me now?
Tony, but I don't know.
I can
if
hear you,
Michael
Tony.
can.
Yeah, I hear you good.
Yeah, we're not hearing you, Michael.
Yeah, I couldn't hear Michael there either if he was talking.
I hear you.
No, Thana looked at him with a mention of this bloodstone. Is that some valuable gem?
No. As you know, maybe you the Silverbeards don't instruct your youth into the ways of Clandigan, such as us Stonehammers do. But we were carved from the very rock itself by Clandigan, and so the stone of the blood runs in all veins. That's what that's referring to as dwarf blood.
Oh, well, see, I just recently returned to the clan. I've been living in the city far abroad for many years.
No, you poor dwarf. I'm sorry for you. Nonetheless, here's your hammer and chisel of Clandigan, along with the healing potion for my lord. Does he require anything else?
No, not at this moment. And she turns, as you hand her the hammer and chisel, she just automatically turns toward Theron, doesn't say a word, and hands it to him for him to carry.
And Farron immediately, he sets his backpack up and he wraps it up in common cloth so that they're secure, and then bundles it away back on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Then she walks back to the exit of the door and looks at the druid and, are you ready, man of the wild?
And with a nod to the dwarven temple goer, he follows suit, and Farron is flanking Athana as she leaves.
Okay. And you
back
all
down in the
leave
dark.
Do you descend back down into the lift now, or?
As you get out of the hut or out of the room, you can see Baldwin is standing very close to the entrance, like almost peeking in, trying to like eavesdrop on you. He apparently regret that he didn't come inside. So when you get out, he's like, "Did you learn anything? Did he tell you anything?"
You could have heard most of it. They weren't
Okay.
exactly speaking in hushed tones.
Okay.
And through gritted teeth, Farron would just say, apparently we're dealing with Drow, and the Undercommon is...
Drow? And you can see Baldwin spit on the ground. Drow foul beings.
And your spit is seconded by Farron's as he turns to square off and follow Athena to the left.
Yep, and Athena just looks over to the druid. Come, wild man. There'll be plenty of time to learn things. We're in haste. We have to get back to the rest of them. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I will follow.
Okay, you all will be able to make it back to where the lift is, and the dwarves will Dwarven Guard workers will look at you and be like, "Did you get what you needed for our priest?"
Yes. Now we must descend back.
Okay, here you go. Clandigan speed to you, and death to whatever tragedy befell all fellow kin down there. And they'll lower you back down to the mine. And as you do such, you will see Tordek and Marrow, and who else is down there?
That's it.
But as you descend, go ahead, Joey Zawicki, and introduce yourself and Tordek as they come back down to the bottom of the mine where you are waiting.
I am playing Tordek, a Mountain Dwarf barbarian, and he looks just like his picture. He is taking the path of the totem warrior, the bear. So he's pretty hairy. He's got his long beard, and he's got just basically raw chunks of silver kind of just braided into it here and there, all wild looking. And you see him, he's basically curled up on the dirt floor, kind of like a bear. He's just resting right now, waiting for you guys to come back.
Okay, and Todor?
And then he stands
go
up.
ahead.
sorry, he stands up and he makes a big stretch. About time you guys got back.
Well, this druid
With
has
new
slowed us
folk.
down. He doesn't move
And then
quite as
Todor,
fast as I do.
go ahead and
Hello.
introduce yourself and Meryl.
Hello, my name is Todor. I'm playing Meryl Amber Brew, the best brewer of the Silverbeard clan, and basically a bard. Not much into doing anything else, but leading our comrades to save the clan. The moment you see him is that he's very surprised at what's happening because as we left last session, he was with the impression that the plan was entirely different. So yes, before we meet the rest of the party, can we a little bit roleplay with Tordek here?
Means. Go for it. Yeah, sure.
He just dropped, it looks like.
I'm here. I'm here.
No, Todor dropped.
I'm here. Oh, he dropped. I gotcha.
And so Farron will step out from the lift and clasp a dwarven hand on the great barbarian's shoulder, and he'll say, "Ah, a dwarf of the wilds. I feel better already. No fear in the face of these drow."
Same here. Drow. And he looks at
Well,
you.
you took out his rider on your way in.
He says, they're even wimpier than elves.
And then Farron will bash his shield with his hammer a few times and give 3 cheers for Glanigan. Hey! And he'll also take the opportunity to break out a pound of cheese and just start throwing that down his gullet.
Okay.
Athena walks up to Tordek. How's the priest? Is he better since I've been gone?
I think he's been stable. I've been resting, but Meryl's been taking care of him.
And she'll move on over to the priest and Arrow and give the priest one of the healing potions that his acolyte sent.
Let's wait a second on that to see if Todor pops back up, because at the end of the last session you all were talking about just almost thinking about, knifing the guy where he stood and leaving him here. So...
Yep, I remember that, but just Athena, she's...
I think that guy's not here, though, with us.
I remember that bard always drinking. He's probably sleeping off his hangover from yesterday somewhere.
Oh, yeah. We were drinking while we were waiting for you.
It sounds like a good
He
dwarf
probably
to me.
was. Yeah, because right before he dropped, he was asking to get a little bit of confab with Tordek before everybody arrived. Come on. How long does it take to restart your computer? Or his phone, for that matter.
And possibly just to set the scene for when Todor comes back, after shoveling the cheese down his mouth, Farron will take his backpack off and present the chisel and the artifacts to the group, and maybe and we'll see who wants to carry them or talk about them and what happens.
Okay. But also, just to remind you all, the quandary, which I apologize for laughing as I was putting you all in this quandary last week, was the temporary seal will only function for a couple days, yet the ritual to close the portals permanently with the hammer and chisel takes a couple days. So it's like either, he closes this portal and your clans reopens and demons come pouring back out again, or you steal the hammer and chisel, leave him down here, take it back to your clan to close that portal, thus condemning this clan to being eaten by demons.
Wouldn't it be
Just why that
possible?
was the
Wasn't it be possible for us to temporarily close off the portal in our cave again, like we did last time?
It would.
But then we would have to split the party, which is always a good decision.
The obvious choice.
Which I'm surprised they were talking. They went to just knifing this guy almost, instead of coming, well, how about we just go back to our place and keep our portal temporarily closed for a while? That thought did not occur to any of them.
I was just about to say the obvious choice is to kick down the portal and go clear out the abyss.
That is another option.
Tordek would agree with that.
That is definitely an option.
It might lead to maybe one more one-shot before we complete the story, though.
That could take a while. Well, actually, I don't think it would take that long. I mean, I'd just be like, okay, there's so many demons on each of you.
Break out the insanity tables.
But since we don't know when Todor will be back, and it's taken more time than it takes to reboot both a computer and a phone, should we continue and we can retcon if he gets on?
Correct. I'm agreeing with that also, Robin. Okay, so you want to go ahead and Athena and give the healing potion that you were given to the dwarven priest to Clannigan?
Yeah, she would. Even knowing partial of the conversation from last time, she's still going to do her own little thing. So she would definitely walk up there and do that.
Okay.
And so Farron
And you do that, and he
still got the
sputters back.
tools exposed if somebody else wants to be the chiselman. But he would happily just wrap them up and keep them. Would these be better served under one of you? And he looks to the. He doesn't look to the barbarian.
Tordek.
And so he just wraps them up and then throws them on his back. And
He's used to it.
and Farron, he just fixes his helmet and he dusts himself off, and he's got his hammer in hand.
Okay. And as you give the... Come on. As you give the potion to the priest, he'll sputter back up to awake again. And he'll be like, oh, thank you so very much for that. The healing people, very, very good. So, did you, we must go get the hammer and chisel.
And Athena looks at
Finish
whoever
sealing this
has it.
portal off permanently.
And lickety split. Farron produces it again from his backpack. And he says, you're the dwarf I'm looking for. And he hands him off.
Thank you very much.
And then he
Thank you
also
very much.
produces his water skin and gives it to the now revitalized priest.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this. You all are very, very, very good dwarves. Clan Silverbeard shall be heralded in the legends and annals of the people of Stonehammer clan. But I feel much better now that you've given me a draught of this whiskey. I shall immediately start on the task of closing this portal. And as soon as I'm finished, I swear, even if any other dwarves come down here requiring the assistance of the hammer and chisel for anything else, I will go to Silverbeard clan next after I'm finished with this.
Would I be able to assist him with the rune making or the reparation of the seals with the mendings cantrip?
Assists, yes, but the point of the hammer and the chisel is that all the things must be made with the hammer and chisel. Now, as he's making it, maybe you can assist with the cantrip to wipe the dust away a little better or something. But it's not really.
I thought it was a broken seal. That's the reason I asked. Because you can repair magic items with it, but it won't restore the magic.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I thought maybe I could like help him with the mundane stuff, and he could like ignite the magic value into the runes with a hammer and chisel. Like I guess they're more like a ceremonial thing.
No, the hammer and chisel is kind of necessary.
Okay.
Or else just any hammer and chisel would have sufficed for the thing. But yeah, you'd help. It just wouldn't really increase the amount of time. Like any schmuck acolyte could help him with this.
Then Bulbin will deny. He won't help. If everyone can help, he won't help. He will do something much more important instead.
Okay. Well, he will immediately pick up the hammer and chisel and then stride fervently back into the room where the portal was, the portal room, and start muttering to himself various sundry incantations, whole dwarf ritual stuff, and then every once in a while he'll pop the chisel right up against the thing and bang, bang, bang 3 times, do something else, wipe the dust away, bang, bang twice, and eventually he'll work on it. This could take a while, though. He's told you it will take about 2 days.
Would we assume that, or I guess that's up to us, but would we know if there's a good chance that something would break through the seal while he makes it, or would it be impossible for anything to get through as he is putting up the new sealing runes?
He did mention that it was sealed temporarily, so he should be good. He seemed to be confident that he would be okay.
Bulbin turns to the others and say, maybe we should go back to our halls then and seal that passage temporarily again until he can come to our place and seal it permanently.
For the Silverbeard clan, sorry. Absolutely.
You have my hammer, and he holds it high.
Oh, thank you, but I won't need it. I don't use hammers, but it's nice to know.
And Farron will just grumble to himself and step away.
Yeah, Athena would agree. And yes, that's a great idea. We need to make sure, though, that this priest here, we need to imply in his mind that his time is the essence as soon as he finishes here to come straight to us.
Tell me,
So y'all,
you who have been down here recently, you met some drow down here. Some of you said.
were outside of the city limits.
Yes. They were a cowardly drow we did.
All drows are cowards.
A drider.
Oh, that's a rather big one, but still a coward.
Absolutely. He fought in the darkness and poked his head out, shot at us, kept doing it until we finally killed him. That's where Athena recovered the scroll.
Very well. One less drow is good. But did you learn if they have like planned other attacks?
No, but that's what Athena took the scroll to get it interpreted.
Oh.
The lore master did say that he, thinking that the drow were patrolling the city, the dwarves inside, so that when the necessary amount of demons emerged from the portal, they could then be slaughtered and lost blood.
Oh.
You're breaking up real bad on my end, Michael. I don't know if anybody else.
I hear as well.
Yeah, same.
Broke up a little bit, yeah.
Sorry. You are under the impression that the drow were just there to keep people keep people in there so that when the demons emerge from the portal, that they can slaughter all the dwarves, and thus Loth be reborn from the dwarf blood.
Yeah, but I thought if they learned something different, but it was only the scroll they were able to obtain. Then that's good.
Oh,
So
and yes,
Gordon.
sorry, I forgot. Yeah, the Drider also said that she was blocking us, keeping us from the portal. I believe it was.
Okay. So this is
Just
a
trying
drow
to isolate all the
conspiracy.
dwarven clans. It's safe to assume that they are aware that the demons are rising. That is a safe assumption.
I knew the drows were scum, but I didn't know they dealt with demons. Only that they worshipped this spider queen of theirs.
Absolutely.
So, do y'all wish
They have
to?
no honor like us dwarves. Go ahead, Michael. Sorry.
So, do y'all wish to run the barricade of the drow, keeping this place isolated? Head back to your own clan and hope you'll make it. To stay here with him while he finishes this to make sure that he then makes it to your clan. You do know that the tunnels outside are rife with drow patrols, keeping everybody from leaving or entering.
The presence of drow does weigh heavy on Farron's heart as it thumps the blood through his veins, his stone veins, and just speaking of them has now got me with want to crush them.
I see we have two choices. If we stay here and protect him as he travels to our home, we will be able to fend off any patrols attacking us, hopefully, and we can make sure he gets there. But then the temporary seals at our home could break before we reach them, and it could be much harder to get down there, and we wouldn't know like the death, the casualty, the amount of casualty that our people could still start suffering before we get there. The other option is that we travel home to make the temporary seal again and make sure nothing breaks through, but then we won't be sure that this guy. First of all, I'm not sure we can actually be sure he will travel to our place, and if he does, we can't be sure he will make it there due to the drow patrols. This is a hard choice. I suggest that we do like proper dwarves and vote.
I have a little to add to that. Michael, the deep roads. Do we know the deep roads like how we know our roads as street names and stuff? So that we would be
you
able
can
to
fairly easily navigate them.
So would we be able to clear out a path and then have the priest follow that path when he comes later?
You could, but the drow mainly aren't just set up at certain checkpoints as much as they are roaming, patrolling. So just because you make it through doesn't necessarily mean another patrol won't come through, though.
Yeah, I'm not really metagaming in that aspect. I'm more asking, like, would I know, like, I'm traveling down Johnson Street and then take a left here and then so that they would be able to follow the same path?
Yeah, you
Just
could
by
easily do
gambling.
that.
Okay. What if we were to leave Merrill with the priest?
But I am still worried about the amount of drow who could attack them. Are you familiar with Ants, Tordak?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. When you kill 5 ants, the day after, there's 30 ants there to get their wounded and to fend off any any intruders on their area. If we walk down the path and have to kill drows, I fear that the roads will be heavily guarded afterwards.
Okay. I'm just a barbarian. So
These words are wise, Bulbin.
very.
Mayhaps we could use essentially both of these plans. I think you're right. We should stay here, protect the priest, and travel with him. And be damned any drow that get in our way.
Athena walks over at that point, puts her hands on her hips, and she says, Druid, you have more wisdom than I think all three of us put together, but whatever you decide is fine, but I just want to get back to whatever little home that I never knew before it's destroyed.
I want to be the one to make the decision. I suggest we vote. Who vote that we stay here and protect the guy I out of game can't recall the name of until he's done with the ritual? Raise your hands now.
And Farron's hammer holding hand would raise.
Okay. And who's in favor of going back home, making sure the temporary seal still holds until he reaches us? If he reaches us, raise your hand now.
At that point, you see Athena start to raise her hand about halfway, and then she just stops and shakes her head, and it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter anymore.
What about you?
One abstainer.
Tordek will grab his beard and he'll start rubbing a piece of the silver and he'll say, I do whatever for the clan. The clan comes first. That's my vote.
Yeah, the problem here is that both of the solution could be equally bad or equally good to the clan, as we can't see what happens in the future. But I feel you might want to go home to protect your closest, like from the start of the battle, rather than coming home and seeing some of your friends slaughtered and have to fight through people to get back down to the portal. Am I correct?
Yes, but I know that our people can hold their own. Dwarves fight with honor. They won't fall that easy.
No, I hope so, but demons is something completely different than elves. Being they're light or dark. I wish for once in my life that we had the bard around. We could need his vote.
Absolutely, a drink
And his
definitely
beer.
could help us.
So all that voting and no real decision.
Democracy.
Isn't that like the a dwarf to the point? Like a lot of murmuring and no
We all get
no progress?
inspiration. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-huh. I got a message
What did you-
from Total.
What did you vote, Bulbin? I didn't hear yours.
Oh, I didn't want to vote as I would follow the decision that got the most votes. I'm equally against or for both options, as I can't foresee the future. It will be no decision better than the other to me.
Just FYI, I did hear from the bard, and he was under the impression that what they would do is cast feign death upon the priest while he slept, and take the stuff back to their clan.
For the clan.
So I assume that he would at this point like us to go back and protect the portal and the seal until this guy arrives on his own?
Since he is not here at the moment, he said his hangouts on his phone is sucking. Let's just say that he'll stay here to ensure that the priest makes it back to Ural's clan, because, his clan first, right? Can't blame him that. He'll stay here for that purpose, to ensure that this guy does, and if he doesn't come back, well, death to him. Merrill will do that for him. And you all can go back. At least assuring that somebody will be here to make sure that he does return. He does keep up his end of the bargain.
Todak has faith in Merrill.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that then.
Alright, so you all continue to go, enter the lift again, back up to the regular mine. What do you tell the guard/workers when you come back up to the top without the priest?
The priest down below will be a few days yet. He's scribing the runes currently, with chisel in hand. And he'll clasp the arms of the two guards. Silvered protection runes, or seals of some sort, but I know more of hammer and shield than I do of these arcane ways.
What dwarf doesn't?
Hear, hear, brother. And if the dwarf has a shield, he'd clink shields with him.
Yeah. Let's just say they do. Okay?
Excellent.
So, this is highly irregular. Should we send people down to help him do this? Is his mind still off limits? Maybe we should check with the clan on this. The clan leaders, the Dane.
No, he needs no distractions. There should be no distractions. The faster he does this, the better we are.
Maybe he could use some help.
We just
Where's
helped.
that beer
We just
maker
helped.
who went down there with you?
Miro
That's
is
the-
going to stay with the priest and protect him from the tedious nature of his tasks with music and beer.
I feel sorry for him already, but yeah. He will be necessary later for protection, so I hope he survives.
What do y'all want to do now?
We need to go back home to make sure the seal there is still intact. When can I have the name of the guy, the priest? I have forgotten his name.
Oh, thank priest to clan again.
Okay, it's just
Uh,
priest.
Priest. Yeah, the priest.
Okay. We need to go back home and make sure the seals are still intact when the priest arrives to do the sacred rites there to seal it off completely.
Oh, is he going to Overbeard clan afterwards?
Yeah, we helped you here, and he will help us there. It's a fair trade.
And if he won't, he would perhaps let up the chisel with Miro, and perhaps you fine dwarves could approach the clan and maybe get Miro a dwarf or two to accompany him when he comes with the tools.
No, we're not sending anybody out without extreme help at the moment. The deep roads are practically crawling with Drow at the moment. Infernal bastards, we hate every one of them. A death to all Drow.
Oh, we shall harry them as we pass.
Godspeed on y'all's way.
Flanagan speed.
And so you all can leave there and continue on your way through the deep roads. Go ahead and as you're going through there, how do you wish to try to proceed through the deep roads?
Farron is happy to take the lead with anybody who wants to be up there with him or behind him or ahead of him.
Bolbin is more of a thinker than he is of a fighter, so he will walk in the middle if possible, and in that way he only have to pay attention to the guys in front and behind him, and could like continue to try to solve mysteries in his head while he walks as a way to pass time as well.
Athena is going to be walking just 2 steps ahead of Bolbin, and she's has her own thoughts going through her mind at this time.
Tordek will bring up the rear.
Mm-hmm. I mean, are you trying to be stealthy at this, or it's odd now that we now have a fully armed and armored dwarf in this group of stealthy people, stealthy dwarves?
So from the front of the party, Farron would look back and he'd follow suit if they were trying to be light on their feet, but he knows he won't be that well at it.
No, at this point, Athena, all she thinks about is haste to get back. So no stealthy.
Yeah, we need to make it back.
Alright. Well then on your journey back, just roughly about an hour outside of why am I having so much difficulty with this? About an hour outside of the Dwarven clan, you all will come across the same thing as you have seen before. Another Drider. And so, go ahead and give me an initiative roll as I'm searching for this picture.
Will the Drider be like in open terrain this time?
She will be clinging on the ceiling still.
Yeah, but like no darkness spells on Mumbo Jumbo this time. We can see her clearly before she tries to eat us.
Instead of darkness, I was thinking about going.
Now you broke up, Michael.
Yeah. I think we heard instead of darkness.
Instead of. No, she will be easily seen.
Instead of darkness, you were thinking of cure wounds? Mass cure wounds?
Yeah, she's going. Okay, I see Tordek with a 20.
Yep.
What about you, Bolbin?
17.
Bolbin with a 17. Farron?
Rolled rather good.
13 for Farron.
Farron. Athena, what'd you get?
21. 21.
Oh. And you will start the thing. As you see up ahead, about say 60, you will see a Drider clinging onto the top of the ceiling with her longbow ready to go.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm going to use my assassin ability, and I'm going to shoot one of those poison bolts with my hand crossbow.
Alright.
And since she hasn't taken a turn, let's see, that's going to be 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay, and let's see. You said on that poison damage 1d8, correct?
Correct.
Okay. She is going to take some damage then. let's see, the poison damage will be 4, 7 on the bolt, and then 4, 8, 14 on sneak attack.
Okay, if well, you don't necessarily have advantage, but you went before her. Does that include
Well, yeah, I get advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat due to that assassin ability.
Okay, does that also include the auto crit thing?
I don't know about an auto crit deal. I don't know what you're referring to.
The auto crit thing is when you surprise somebody. And I think the definition is that if somebody
she's
hasn't
not
taken a
surprised.
turn. Okay.
Yeah, it would just gave me
She's not
advantage.
surprised. Okay. So how much total damage did you do to her as this poison bolt
Oh,
slams
good
into
lord,
her?
Michael. I done picked all my dice up and moved them.
I'm sorry.
I know it was 14 on the sneak attack. The poison, I believe, was 4, maybe?
7 on the bolt. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's close. Whatever you want to say is good enough for me.
Go with that. Okay. Next up will be Tordek. What do you do?
How far did you say she was from me?
She's about 60 feet and she's clinging onto the ceiling.
Alrighty. I got extra movement now, so I can move 35 feet. So I am going to pull out a javelin, and I'm going to take off running 35 feet, and then I'm going to launch a javelin at her.
Okay.
14.
That is a miss as the javelin bangs off her chitinous hide.
Okay, that'll finish my turn then.
Well, you got multi-attack now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dang it. So I'm gonna pull out another javelin
And,
to try. Ow, gosh.
Bolt
And I
it.
miss. Even worse.
Bonus action rage.
No, not yet.
Okay. And go ahead, everybody, as instead of slinging arrows into your mist, the Drider will hiss under her breath and wave one of her hands around as a burst of blue-violet style light blasts all around everybody but Tordek, who did run forward. So Farron and Athena and Bolbin, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, DC 13.
Oh, I got a 12 and I have no modifier.
I rolled a 17.
I failed. I
Hey.
had a 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you two are bathed as the light bursts and blows and kind of like glitter falls down around you. It clings to you two, but not to Bolbin at all. And you all are glowing and outlined in the glittering light around you.
Okay.
Any
And
damage?
that is it for this turn, so no. Just fairy fire. Bolbin, it is your turn.
How far away am I from the creature?
You're about 60 feet.
About 60 feet.
The Drider. Did you all see the picture of the Drider?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Bolbin, when he sees the Drider, he will start mumbling and swearing. I hate Drow. Drow's the worst. Oh, and he claps his hands together, and he takes them off again, and he claps them on his chest, and you can see where he touches. It seems like his chest. He's only wearing normal clothes. You can see his clothes are starting to like bulb out, as it seems that his body turns into a layer of bark. Its skin seems to turn into bark, and it gets this really rough surface. And just as this happens, he starts running towards the Drow, running with his 25-foot movement as he continues to scream and shout at this creature all the way forward. But I just need to look up a quick thing. I'm sorry I haven't done this up front, but I think it will be all I can do. Come on.
You can wild shape as a bonus action.
Oh, that was what I'm looking for. And on his way, you hear his mumbling going from "God damn it, God," it turns out to, and he suddenly turns into a bear. And he stands there like growling, screaming, and magically are able to run 15 feet further. So he's only 20 feet away now.
Oh,
That will
okay.
be my turn. If
Bears
I'm
can't
allowed
climb
to,
on walls.
I would shape change. I would shape change. Not like I'm on the ground, but I would like to shape change before getting there. Like before starting to my movement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So you can get... Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, if that's, I think that would be wiser thing to do. I just wasn't sure I could do it as a bonus action, but with the Moon Druid, I think it turns from an action to a bonus action.
Farron, your turn.
So Farron, this speedy barbarian just bolts by him, and he would have seen Farron possibly, he's already hit with this fairy fire, and he just coughs out a cloud of purple drow glitter, and he curses the drow under his breath, and he thinks he's going to run up with the barbarian, but he's left far in his tracks, and so he only moves up his full movement of 25, and he slings out 2 javelins. And I think he's beyond range, so they'll be at disadvantage. And so 4 on the
Your
dice
short legs.
for the first one. And 9, 10, only 15 on the second one.
Both of them, one of them just misses completely because of the range, and the other one hits dead on but bounces off the chitinous hide of
He
the
just
spider
says-
form of the drow as it raises up his legs and blocks them away and
He
eyes
just-
you evilly.
He just
Because
says,
you're
"Blast
glowing."
you, drow! Blast you!"
Athena, you are glowing. You're still about 6 feet away. What do you do?
I'm going to move up, behind my 25 foot up closer to it and reloading this crossbow again with a poison bolt. Let me see here. That's going to be 23 to hit.
Okay.
And it'll be 5
That will hit.
piercing, 5 piercing, and 3 poison.
Okay.
So 8 total.
Yeah, no advantage, no sneak attack or anything like that.
No, I guess since it's still up on the ceiling now, it wouldn't be any sneak attack.
Sorry. Anything else? Any bonus actions or anything?
No, if it's okay, we'll just do like last game where I use my bonus action if I want to use the poison bolt, if that's okay with you.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds perfectly legit to me.
Alright.
Okay, Tordek.
So Tordek spins around, he sees that magic being cast on his party, and he lets out a big yell, and he goes into a rage. And then I will launch a javelin. 22 to hit.
That will hit it.
Cool. About time. That is 6 piercing. The first one. Oh, 8 piercing. Gotta add the rage. 16 to hit on the second javelin.
That is a miss on the second javelin, sir.
Okay,
It
then.
bounces off one of the legs of it.
Well, that'll finish.
Would you like
my
to
turn.
move all the way up under her?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to, cause yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up my javelins.
Okay. As you move under her, she will go ahead and just fire one arrow straight down at you, Tordek. And it just misses completely. It bounces off your, you wear a shield, right? You're
Yes,
able to raise your shield up and just catch it directly into the shield. But then she'll look down at the glowing one who hit her before she even moved. Originally, she came in line. And fire 2 more arrows at you. And thank God you had advantage. Or else it would have been 2 arrows whizzing past your head, Athena. But both of them hit. For the first one hits you for 9 piercing and 5 poison damage, and the second one hits you for 2 piercing and 5 poison damage. As both arrows come and slam right into you.
The first arrow, you'll see Athena jump out of the way, and it'll still hit her, but she'll use an uncanny dodge to half the first one.
Yeah, I assumed you would. You can go ahead and have the poison damage on it also, too.
Okay.
And then she will scurry farther away. Oh, hold on a second. You hit her with a javelin. Okay, she made her concentration check for the fairy fire. Alright. And Bulbin, it is now your turn as she scurries away on the top of the stairway 30 feet backwards.
Is she 30 feet away from me?
How far were you able to move in your bear form?
40, so I was 20 away, but I don't know if that was the distance including she's being above me.
Including that she's being above you. That's just more of outside of melee range. So she is now, you were 20 feet away, you'd moved up, she moves another 30 feet backwards, so you're now 50 feet behind her.
Okay.
Or she's 50 feet down the corridor.
If any of you don't speak bear, he will still continue to curse and mumble and scream as he runs forward, but you only hear like rawr, rawr, rawr. And I'll double move to get up to like right beneath her. And how high is it up to the top of the ceiling?
Say 20 feet.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I would say with a running jump, you know, say that you dash this whole time. If you want to next time, you can just continue that as a running, make like an athletics check to see if you can.
Yeah, I'm looking up jumping in the player's hand guide because I think that's from your strength, and I have bear strength now, so I think I can jump like 10 feet up in the air or something with a running jump, or possibly more.
Want me to toss my javelins
Definitely
when I'm
want
looking it up?
to give you option to do it, and just look it up to see about how difficult of a DC it would be.
Yeah, but just
if
continue.
It seems outrageous, 20 feet. Yeah, I'm going to let you do it next round.
I can't do it now anyway.
Just a matter.
I'll continue to look it up, and I'll post the rules into the text bar.
Okay. Farron?
All right, so yeah, Farron breathes out another lungful of this purple drow glitter, and he runs up another movement of 25, and he slings out 2 more javelins. And I'm pretty sure they're still at disadvantage because he's only got 25 movement.
You're not going to be able to keep up with her.
And no worries. Oh, but is she still within 120 though? So far?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that was a critical fumble. I rolled a 1 there. And the second one is an 11.
Okay. Since Bulbin is a giant bear running so thoroughly in there, that critical fumble, Bulbin, you'll have a javelin come and whack you in the head, but your bark skin and everything. Ooh, a silver javelin even. Oh my. But your bark skin and everything, you take no damage from it, but you do get a clunk in the head from a javelin smacking you in the back.
Bulbin's too angry at this drow. He hates drow. He just feels on the pud in the head and he continues to run towards it.
Athena, your go.
Yep, she keeps moving up 25 foot, and it moved also, so how far would you think she'd be, the drow?
You can, if you don't want to use
30,
poison, you could bonus action and dash and get close enough.
But she'd be over 30 foot though, but within 120, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to shoot crossbow with disadvantage at her then.
Okay.
Hot dog, a 17, 18, so I know that's going to hit without bonus. Bonuses will bump it up to like 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, 4, 6, 9 together, 6 piercing and 3 poison.
Okay. And let's see if you're still glowing. Where's my mousey? There it is. You are no longer glowing. Neither are you, Farron. As
All right.
you hit her and this arrow comes of poison, she kind of shakes it off as the poison is creeping into her blood, and as she does such, her concentration is broken, and the glowing glitterness that is surrounding you just kind of fades and falls off. You can hear her curse underneath her breath. Damn dwarves using drought poison on me.
Come back here, you
And,
black witch.
Tordek, your go.
Alright, well, I'm going to pick up a javelin. And you said she moved 30 feet from me? I believe. Okay,
Yes.
so then I'm going to
But
pick
you,
up
with your movement, you can keep further.
Yeah, I'm not going to steal Bulbin's action, what he was going to do, so I'll let him do it. I'm just going to pick up a javelin and throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
And that is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, that one. He's pretty pissed off. And that's 10 piercing.
By the way, if you would like to jump up, you can jump 3 plus your strength modifier as a high jump. So you most likely have like a strength of 18 or something now. So you can
Yeah,
jump
I do.
7 feet into the air. And I assuming this Drider not being less than lower than us, maybe you could reach her. I don't know. That's up to Michael.
I'd give it a disadvantage swing with your axe if you want. You want to make a good jump check.
I'll do it next turn. I'll let you go for it since you came up with it. I'm not going to steal it from you.
It is her turn.
You just want
And,
to see the bear fail
She's
first.
gonna.
Then I'll show you up.
She no longer has advantage on anybody. So let me see that bear could. What's your strength modifier for the bear anyway?
19. The ability is +4.
Oh. Let me see here. She'll go ahead, and one person will not get a arrow to be a decent target for her now. And that will be who's number 2? That would be Justin Barn, the heavily armored guy. So that explains why she didn't shoot at him. But
Send
everybody
your
else is
arrows
going
here,
to take
Drow.
an arrow.
Bangs his shield. Sorry to talk over you.
That's all right. By all means, that would be 8 piercing damage and 2 poison. Which you're a dwarf. What do you care? Tordek into you. As an arrow slings into you with that javelin. And we got 9 piercing and 3 poison damage into the bear form that is rushing up at her, Bulbin.
Sorry, I didn't pay
And an arrow
attention.
slings into it.
How much damage?
9 piercing,
Yep.
3 poison.
Okay. Do you round
And
that poison
then-
up or down?
I'll round everything down.
Okay. Thanks.
And then 5 piercing and 6 poison to you, Athena, as everybody gets hit with an arrow. Just like a Gatling gun, just fires arrow into this onrushing dwarves. And as she's doing such, she'll curse and she'll be like, "You dwarves, the bloodstone rite will occur here or another clan. It does not matter to the drow."
Michael, you broke up real bad on my end. I didn't catch how much damage I took. It was chopping in
Yeah,
and out.
sorry. I didn't hear mine either. Sorry about that.
5 piercing, 6 poison, Athena.
Okay.
Farn, you did not get an arrow. She only has
Okay.
3 attacks around, so
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
you are the one who did not get shot at. Especially since everybody seems to be a reasonable target to her this round. And did you get her little rant about whether it be this the clan or another clan, the Bloodstone Rite will still occur? And that would be her action. Bulbin.
Yeah, I would like to do my famous high jump and try to do this kind of basketball slam with his drow down to the ground.
Alright. I think you're required to have athletics. If the bear is proficient, I'll allow you to be athletics proficient, or if you are proficient in athletics, if there's proficiency on either form, you got it along with the bear strength. We'll have a grapple check.
Okay, what I would like to do is just do a straight up attack, but I would like to do it with a bear claw. Like to slap her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to grapple her, I just want to slap her twice.
Oh, I was thinking more of the bear jumping up and grabbing her and slinging her down off the ceiling. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah,
Does that interest you in that maneuver?
Yeah. My roll, though, wasn't that good. It will be a total of... I don't know if the bear is proficient, but it will be 15, and I have to check if the bear is proficient in anything, but I would find it weird if it's proficient in athletics. I only has keen
would
smell,
it be
it
that
says.
weird?
I like athletics, I look at that as a trained skill. Like you are proficient in it because you... But yeah, at least the only thing it lists is keen smell. So unless I get some additional strength, maybe from some of those salts or something that you can do when you're passed out as a athlete, I don't think I will get just straight up 15.
Yeah. Straight up 15. That is enough. She did not roll well enough. She got a +3 dex. I chose acrobatics for her, or dex to avoid it, but rolled 11. So that's a 14. She's not proficient in acrobatics or athletics either. So you grab onto her as she's clinging onto the ceiling. So you still have some movement left. If that movement would like to be, you can move her as you wish, aka sling her down and fall to the ground.
Yeah, as I have already like ripped her off the ceiling down to the ground. You said she was 20 feet up. Could I fish for some falling damage since I spent 2 attacks on it?
Waiting. Here you do the thing. To grapple, you only have to use one of your... You can replace one attack, so you have multi-attacks. So you still have one.
Oh man, that's
and she is grappled.
Correct. That's correct. Cool.
8 bludgeoning damage as she falls to the ground with you on top of her.
Must be a pleasant
and
experience.
You still haven't attacked.
Yeah. Let me just look up the bear here really quick, because the thing I have is just a quick one. Because I wonder if the bear has 2 paw attack in 1 bite or only 1 paw, and make 2 attacks, 1 with its bite and 1 with its claw. Okay, let's say I have the bite left then, since I ripped her down. That will be...
Your choice.
Oh yeah.
Keep the higher damage.
No, a higher damage for the claws, but it doesn't matter. I don't think I hit anyway. I rolled a 2. And I have...
Yeah, you want to miss.
Yeah, I hit her for like 7 or something. But still, she's on the ground at least.
She's on the ground and she is grappled since you used pinned underneath your claws type thing. Or you could say that you got to like a leg in your mouth or something and you're shaking her like a dog. You know, either or, she is grappled. Not restrained, but grappled.
Good.
Farron.
So Farron will advance again, and he's breathing in the air of the deep roads now, no longer the purple drow glitter. And he's going to throw 2 javelins again. His last 2, he only had 6. And would he be within 30 maybe now for no longer a disadvantage?
You would not have disadvantage anymore.
All right.
Not off the top, and you can use your movement to move. So next round, as long as she's not moving any farther, you can melee.
So you got 14 on one, which is probably a miss, but then you got 16, 17, 18, 22 on the second one.
The 22 will hit.
Wunderbar. And nice. I did roll a 6, so that's 9 piercing my final silver javelin.
Mm-hmm. As the javelin comes in, not that the silver hits, but you get her right into her big spider abdomen as the bear is mauling around on her, just roar.
Awesome.
So that takes us back to Athena, and for the first time in melee range with her, a bear.
Alrighty, and I'll move where I can get within 30 foot of her, and knowing that my party members are close to her, and shoot another bolt, and hopefully get some extra damage on her. And I'm gonna miss, probably a 13.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Yep, the bolt goes shooting past her and whizzes right past the bear's ear.
Tordek, it is your turn, and since your movement is significantly more, well, maybe not significantly, but it's more than the Drider, you can be within melee with her this round.
So Tordek will see the bear launch up and rip her down from the ceiling, and he will let out a loud yell, and he'll take off running, and he'll pull out his battle axe, and he will run right up to her front, and he will chop right at her abdomen or her front for 18.
Okay.
Is that it?
18 will hit.
And that is 12 max damage. Oh no. Oh, well, that was the wrong dice. Dang it. That is 12. Yeah, 12. Sorry about that. 12 slashing on the first attack, and then I will launch up right up to her face and swing at her face for a 14.
That'll miss.
And that'll miss. And then that will finish my turn, and I will stay right there.
Alright. Oh no, she got 2 of you around now. She's going to first attempt to wiggle out of the bear's grasp. Would she, or would she just draw her sword and stab at the bear? Let's see. Call high or low, bear man.
Wow.
That sounded like high to me, so no. She will stay right there and draw her sword. Just kind of drop the bow, just scatters around on the ground around her, and she will stab at the bear for... Oh, the first one will just go and miss completely, and just FYI, so will the third longsword attack. But the one in the middle is just going to get you right up into your heart for a nice little crit. It's just a longsword, though. For 14 points of piercing... Slashing damage from a longsword? Slashing damage from a longsword, as it just goes right up near your bear heart. And drow are known for their poison. 3 points of poison damage. And she'll go, curse upon all beasts that walk this earth. The drought shall rise, loss shall return. And that will pretty much end her turn as she sit there still stuck in the bear's grasp. Bear, you're up, Bolden.
Oh yeah. I'll just roll my attacks first. It will be a claw and a bite. The claw will be 14 to hit.
That'll miss.
The bite will be 16 to hit.
That'll also miss. Sorry, bear man.
Are there any of us who can't reach this girl yet because she is too far away?
I think I'll actually be 5 feet away
no,
from my next movement. So I will
then
probably
You
be in
got
range.
5 feet range, right?
Then I'm gonna drag the
We got
girl
5 foot
closer
reach.
to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna drag the girl closer to you, just up away from my friends. So she's like the draw is now midway between the guys who just attacked it and between you. So I am the only one in melee range with it. and there's nothing you can do.
And I
Farron.
think it goes.
Spider.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, Farron's eyes widen as he sees the distance closed, and his little dwarf legs pick up speed, and he brandishes his dwarf hammer, raises it high, and will he get advantage? Is she prone or grappled? Or
No,
just
she
regular
needs to
roll?
She's
be
just
restrained.
grappled, unless you have the. Yeah,
And-
she's not restrained. She's just grappled.
I only got an 11 with the first attack, so that swings loose, but he windmills it, and he uses the momentum for the second swing. Another 11.
Well, okay. You know, it's a nice thought.
But the
If,
hammer keeps spinning like a windmill for the
Bear-
next time.
Bear had the grappler beat, he would have advantage against her. But Athena, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'll just keep shooting at her since I got people next to her.
You have
Oh,
melee
wow.
range now.
Horrible roll again. How about a 14? Or a 14 hit?
No.
I'll just
Take a
keep
little
sitting there missing then.
And I'm assuming you can use your movement to just, maintain close enough to shoot her without disadvantage, but not close enough to, hey,
Yeah, I'm gonna
avoid those fangs.
exactly. I'm gonna stay, about 30 foot close to her.
Tordek, you're up, and the Drider was drug a few feet away from you, but no biggie.
Alright, so I'm going to follow it, and I'm going to take 2 chops at her at the legs. And that is a 26 to hit on the first one.
That'll miss. I was messing with you.
That's 10 slashing. First one.
All right.
And then the second one is a miss. And that'll finish my turn.
And it'll be her turn. And you know what? She is going to use her action instead of attacking the bear to wiggle out. So go ahead and give me a athletics check. And if you would please, bear, botch.
I am summoning a natural crit here. It's a 9. It's a bit away from natural crit, but I'm getting there. It will be a total of, let me see, 13, I guess.
She tries to wriggle out of your bear grasp, but does not succeed, and you can just see this. Oh, she does not feel well. She's not going to make it to her next turn. Just FYI. So it's just a matter of who kills her. So she can't move, although she did try to break the grass to run away to split her up. It did not succeed. So, Bulbin, bear, go.
Yeah, I have now found my to-hit modifier, which is 7 and not 5. Hopefully that will help me a bit. I'll try to bite her and slap her. For the bite, a 16. For the slap, a 15. Is it a way to
Miss.
buy new dice stream?
I wonder about that myself. I just go on
How do you shame dice
crappy
stream rolls?
numbers.
How do you shame the dice stream dice?
Trying to kill
I will. Since I am having her in a grapple, I will just move her around the 5 feet I can move her between friends, just to make her uncomfortable, at least.
Oh, I'm going to take you closer to Farron. Oh, who's going to eat you first? Okay, Farron, your turn.
All right, Farron's going to finish the motion that his hammer's already in and try and bring it around for two more hammer smashes. Got a 21 and a 15.
21 hits. You smash with the hammer.
Well, excellent, and so that's 5 blunt damage. Going right to the face, hopefully.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah. 5 blunt damage. She may live through this round. That's 2 of them. All right, Athena.
Yep, seeing my party beat and bang and chop on this thing, and she's thinking, well, this has got to be the right one that's going to hit it this time. 18 to hit.
You hit her. Oh, maybe not.
Did it hit, you said, Michael?
Oh, yeah, it did. I was thinking the maybe not was maybe not live this round, because you do a lot of damage when you do hit.
Yeah, because, believe it or not, I rolled 3 6s on sneak attack, so there's 18 off the bat.
Yeah, she's going to die.
And then, let's see, 3, 5, piercing, and 7 poison, so that should do it all.
All right, that does
That'll
do
be
it
about
all.
30.
Oh my, yeah. So go ahead and describe how you slay said beast.
Yep,
Her
see?
dying curse, though, will be, it doesn't matter. The walls still rise again. That's her dying curse.
Okay. Yep, seeing the party bang and beat and chop and slash on her, Thanos just going to calmly shoot this last bolt, and it's just going to go right between her eyes. And then Thanos going to walk up to her party and says, "We need to keep moving. We're running out of time. We've got to get going. Are y'all ready?"
And Farron will say, Clanigan's speed, in response, as he two-hands his hammer into the drow's already felled head, just to send her back to Lothal the quicker.
Alright. And it is quite dead, quite squishy. And so you all managed to make good haste the rest of the way. It is longer than a day, though, so you will have to sleep at some point, even if fitfully.
As soon as we get out of the combat, Bulbin will go back to his dwarven form, and he will say, "I'm sorry, my friends. I can't really stand the taste of drow. I meant to bite her, but I really couldn't because it tastes so awful."
And Farron would, without saying anything, he'd just hand you his water skin half full of whiskey.
Oh, he will happily accept, take a huge sip, and nod at you while you can see him having problems drinking this stuff. He thought it was water. Thank you.
It powers the dwarves' day. It's breakfast of champions. And he takes it back and swigs some and corks it. He's ready to go. Hammer in hand.
Tordek will gather up his javelins.
Did the rider have any kind of specific items on her except from the bow and the sword?
Bow, sword, and
Does it look like she was sent here to stop us, or was she just like casually guarding this place? I'm not sure, but
she has 4 vials of that drow. 4 vials of that drow poison. You can also find a scroll on her of orders written in Undercommon if anybody reads it, but it does appear like, say, Athena, if you kept the original scroll, it does appear somewhat identical.
Baldwin will take one of the bottles of raw poison.
Yeah, and Athena will replenish her poison also.
What was that about javelins? Can I get like half back? Like 3?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, so, and while collecting javelins, of course, Farron, he hands his whiskey skin to Tordek the Barbarian.
Tordek grabs it and takes a big pound of it, has his head back, and he says, "That was a nice move by the bear, wasn't it?"
Excellent. I've not seen moves like that since the fair was here. In the wrestling troupe. That man boxed a bear. Crazy human. And then, oh, sorry.
Athena walks up to the 3 and looks at them. Gentlemen, y'all put so much more effort into it than I did as far as with your strength. Do you think maybe we should rest for about an hour?
Yes. And Farron would hand Athena the whiskey skin to finish it if she wanted to, but he'd say, I would be happy to take watch over while you guys take a short rest.
Is that okay mechanically, Michael?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're muted, Robin, I think.
Lol, the dog stepped on the mute button on my headphones. I think we should make speed. We're short in time, and we need to sleep before we get there anyway.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Michael said it's going to be another day anyway. That's right. I forgot about that.
If someone are tired, I could always call for some wolves you can ride on if you like to.
Tordik says, I'm fine. We should press on.
My feet have not yet failed me.
Hey, Michael, can we take a real-life battle break?
Oh, did Mike get
like,
Oh, no, he's right there.
It seems like Michael is muted and away. Maybe some technical issues, but I'm sure we can have a quick bathroom break until he gets back. I will sit there and inform him if you want to go.
Sure, I'll be back about 3 to 5.
Cool, I'll do the same. I'll be right back.
Muted. I'm
There
unmuted.
you go, Michael. Yeah. Is it okay with a bathroom break?
Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We voted for a bio break, Michael. Now you're muted again, by the way.
So yeah, I'll be right back.
Sometimes it just takes a minute to mute, and I think that I just didn't click it right or something, so I'll click again, and so it'll unmute real quick. It just takes it a second to...
Yeah, but I suspect that you had some kind of lag as well, because you're breaking up a bit now, and you muted, unmuted, then you muted, unmuted, and muted again.
Yeah, I kept pressing the button to mute, unmute, because it wasn't exactly showing any difference.
The guys are having a bio break. I'm just going to make some coffee really quick.
Yeah, I'll grab some tea myself. It's now sweet tea time. See, I don't get it. I'm the only one who's home. So, there is no other internet usage going on. At least I don't think. I think even my phone's turned off. No, even my phone's turned off.
I'm back.
Alright. I was simply muted the whole time. Yeah, you were here for it.
Cool.
So what do you think so far, Justin?
Oh, I'm having a blast. I was worried there about the Drider. I thought you might have had us like really nicely out footworked. I was like, I should have just rode 70 javelins. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I had the same issue. If you watch part 2, the same issue with the Drider. it gets boring to me in a while. It does nerf everything you do, but why would a Drider not use its spider climb to climb on the ceilings and such like that?
Mm-hmm.
And I used darkness last time, so I had a big thing of darkness, so it would, each round it would run out, shoot arrows from the top of the ceiling, and then run back into its darkness that it had, so that people couldn't, shoot at it on its advantage. I mean, they'd have disadvantage because they couldn't see it or anything. And it just, oh man, it just got so tedious. Everybody's like, okay, I'm gonna ready an action, do this. Oh.
I did pop in for, like, I just tuned in a few minutes to various spots throughout the game. Like, I didn't watch it start to finish, but my immediate thought was, just to spice it up, I would have gone to my old staple, Flock of Sturges, on not just on the party, but also on the Drow, because then the Drow's got some stuff too, messing with it.
Ah.
Like, just, they come out everywhere or whatever.
Not a bad idea.
Sturges are like, I don't know, they're like an 8th for challenge rating, but they usually seem pretty killer.
They are.
Like they're
I had
action
the same.
eaters.
There were Sturgis, Todor ran us, me and Javier, through the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Sturgis. Which my little icon I have here with my camera turned off is Alorian Torncloak, my Elven Ranger from his Lost Mine campaign. I had switched it to my Google profile for Hangouts to that guy last night because I thought we might play the continuation of that game, but we did not. But I don't understand why I'm having lagging technical issues because there's nobody else home but me. So, no other internet usage going on. I even got my phone turned off.
Oh, that's a good
back.
one. I got my phone on. That's obviously got to be some interference. I never thought of that, though.
And even if you're not actually using something, these devices are always, talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you there? Yeah, I'm here. You there? I'm here.
Are you using the wired-in computer today, Michael?
Yeah, I'm wired in.
Yeah, I don't know what's been causing it, huh?
Yeah. I am hard lined in. I'm no other internet usage going on in the house.
Huh.
And this is like my second time where I've joined a game and my Roll20 isn't working. Before, always
yeah.
like clearing all my web data, like everything, usually did it. Like, it doesn't work. I don't know, no tricks. I'm praying to the wrong guy.
Sometimes Roll20 goes bad. I've been thinking about adding a kind of a light Roll20 to my games as soon as I actually just sit around on the computer and learn how to use it better as a GM.
Oh,
So
yeah, I
could
might have been saying
have-
Roll20 there. I meant to say Dice Stream, but sorry.
just to use it. So for maps and such like that, I played one time where it was used as you didn't have embedded character sheets. It was just simply a matter of there was a map and he gave you some tokens to move around, so it helps with the whole where are you description of things. So just allow them to move their tokens around on a battle map. And that was all we used to Roll24.
I've now played 2 games with Roll20. The first one, the guy had an awesome map set up of a pirate ship that we were on, and you can move tokens around like a game board almost, and it was a great time. And then another time, just the other day, Alex P ran a game, and it was awesome.
He's a great DM.
Just like Theater of the Mind, he didn't have a map up, but yeah, he had like music tracks on, and it was really good.
Yeah, but I found that you can actually open Roll20 in Hangouts to be able to get the music tracks and things. And at least to me, and the way I like the game now, I think that's the best solution for me. As I have used only Roll20 and Skype earlier, but it's like you say, you get the gaming board. It's more like playing a board game where you put like pieces around and open doors and stuff. And I think like a Theater of the Mind mix is cooler. But you can use like the audio and visual things as well.
Yeah, I do lean towards Theater of the Mind myself, but yeah, I can have a good time with
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I tried one time, and I think we spent the whole entire session just putting character sheets into the tokens, and yeah, that was my last time I tried it.
Oh, I would say the guy who
Yeah,
ran the
yeah.
game I played, he did all that beforehand, which is, I guess, really nice because I wouldn't have the patience for that, just for a
Yeah.
one shot. But
And
Exactly.
what Dan told me as
Yeah.
well is that now they have included the SDR thing into Roll20, so you can just like pick the things you need. For before you had to type in every single bit about your character, but now you have it like drop-down menus because you have all the rules in place. But before the Roll20 didn't know what D&D rules were, so you had to like type in everything, and you had to like keep. So it's easier now, but still takes a lot of time and preparation.
groovy.
One shot, I wouldn't do at all. It's handy. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we used it for the Lost Mines with Todor, and it.
I saw you chopped out on my end. I was just saying, I agreed on a campaign. It's great, but for one shots, it's pretty labor extensive doing all that character sheet stuff.
Alright, so everybody's back,
Yep.
and so we can continue. We'll just hand wave most of this as, yes, you all are able to travel all the way back to your clan, and you will be greeted at your clan doors by the Dane, and you'll be like, oh, I should have put his picture up already, but I picked something else to choose, so give me a minute to
Did
find
we-
his picture. But in the
Did
interim,
we-
he will be like, oh,
Did we fast forward
What,
the
Robin?
rest? You said we had
yeah,
to
we'll just
sleep.
fast forward the.
Cool.
Yeah, so everybody's cured up and everything. I just want to fast forward through all that. And you will get to the point where you'll be meted by your Dane again. And he will be like, oh, hi, well met. What news do you... Well, I see that you're missing Marrow, who I sent you with, but I see you found my god farm that I sent after you all. Find a cleric to close this portal down there. You
I
have not. You bring me back no cleric.
I wouldn't use the words missing Marrow. We purposefully left him behind to guard the cleric who will come here at a later point to close the portal. We are here to make sure nothing breaks through the portal before he arrives.
Well, why didn't you just bring him with you? Why are we waiting for him? Does he not realize that demons are coming out in my mind?
Demons are coming out in his minds as well, so he needed to take care of that first because that we're closer to him.
Like I care what's going on in his mind. Over the head and drug him here.
That wouldn't have been a good thing to do. If we need his aid, we will have to do it as he like, and you have to see the bigger picture. If demon escapes into their minds, they will come here sooner or later as well.
Well, yeah, sooner or later, but if a demon comes out of the portal in my mind, well, he's already here. Thus, I have more pressing matters to worry about, my mind than his. I did not send you to do what's best for all dwarven kind together, but simply for this dwarven kind.
And I believe this is
Nevertheless-
why I live in the forests. But let's not get distracted here. My point is, we will make sure no demons get loose in your minds until he arrives. Relax, Dane.
And Tordek, a good noble, to this task of defending our minds.
What was that at the beginning? You cut out, sorry.
He's just saying, your names. Farn, Tordek. Are you good dwarven fighters up to defending our mine?
Indeed, good Dane. For Clanigan, I would defend this mine to the death.
Absolutely.
And
Well,
hearing the exchange
then-
between. I'm sorry, Michael.
No, yeah, you can go. You can go,
I was just
Athena.
going to say, hearing the exchange between the druid and the Dane, Athena at this point, she's going to walk up to the Dane and just bluntly look at him and say, "We made a decision. It was a hard decision, but we made a decision that we thought was right at the time, and you know, no one such as your powerful self was there to make it. So we've made a decision, and we need to do whatever actions need to be made now, and quit bickering about your clan, his clan, their clan, or I'm going back to the city now." And she just doesn't even wait for him to answer. She just turns around and walks over towards the druid.
Well, Athena, while you all most assuredly cut through the chase of this matter, what's done has been done, and now all we can deal with is what we have here. If you would, good Athena, use your skills down there to help Fawn and Tordek defend a mine. You were quite helpful last time when I sent you all down there to determine what happened. You all most appreciated. Just FYI, you know, dwarves, if you get nasty with them, right back, they, you know, respect earned.
Right. And that's why she's acting on part of her personality trait of doing that. So.
So, since Bulbin the Wise, and he'll hold his fingers up like that infamous quotation marks, Bulbin the Wise was only able to partially seal our portal last time, will you also go down there to check on the seal of the portal as best your wood knowledge can allow?
That is the reason we are here. And if my seals are not good enough for you, I can always remove it and leave this place if you like.
Take a big frothy sip of beer as he sits there and looks at you, and he's like, barring another wood cleric of Plandigan, your woodcraft will have to suffice at the moment. So,
Thank you,
off
great
with you.
Dane.
Do your jobs. Do your jobs well. Your clan is counting on it. Even if you have issues with me, you do not have issues with your kin, do you?
No, we do not, sir.
And I have no issues with you either. Just please don't get in our way.
I shall not. You all can head back down to the mine. As far as I'm aware, I've posted guard. Nothing has come up. They've had no word of anything down deep in the mine. It all seems as you have left it. But then again, those shadow demons don't exactly make a lot of noise. Not until they reach in and grasp your heart. Am I right?
Only two right, good Dane.
Alright. So, y'all can head back down to the mine, and you will see the portal room again. Ooh, I should use that as a portal room. As the portal.
On the
I
way
will.
down there, Bulbin will, say, low, but so the others can hear it. Oh yeah, the Dane. The other races are talking about a dwarven curse, about our greed. The worst kind of dwarves are politicians.
Here.
Oh, also, if anybody would like, they may stop by the armory to pick up some extra javelins. Or
Sure,
something.
I'd pick up
thank you.
three standard javelins. That'd be excellent.
Okay. And anything else as you all head back down the lift of the mine? Click, 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 click. Down into the very depths of the dark mine itself, which When you all last left this mine, it smelled more dark and dank like a normal mine would, but the oppressive feeling of it had been removed due to the temporary closing of the mine. But as you all descend now farther deeper, that slight oppressive feeling is returning to you. Just a bit. It does not seem as clean as it was when you left.
Oh, it seems we might be too late.
I feel
I'm
it too,
glad-
brother. There's a foul mist in the air.
I'm glad we returned here as soon as we did.
And
Through the mine?
yeah, Farron would step forward and happy to lead again.
As you make your way through the mine, you go back to the portal room. Now is starting to instead as it was more ominous.
To me, you're breaking up
Fiery
badly now,
portal.
Michael.
Yeah, it's pretty bad right there.
I had a hard time getting any of it.
The portal. As you make your way into the portal room again, the portal is now much. It's weird.
Yeah, it just showed up on my screen, the portal.
It doesn't look so sealed anymore. This portal looks like it might be active.
And this is it's starting to glow around the edges a bit.
Farron
The
would hold his
blackness.
shield high as he approaches.
And as you all enter the room, and everybody, does anybody want to attempt anything at the moment? As you're just, any readied actions or anything?
Yeah, is the room still pretty dark?
The room itself, fairly dark, but your dark vision does enable it to.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to sneak around the edge of the walls and the shadows and stealthily maybe try to hide.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Seeing how the portal's changed. 13.
Okay. Most of your party can still see you, just FYI.
Okay.
Tordek, anything else you'd like to do?
I'll just pull out my battle axe and get my shield ready. I'll just wait for everybody to act.
Yeah, Farron will square off with the portal itself and just be in the center of the room as if it's some adversary, but it's really just a piece of the room that he's staring at.
Okay.
Is there anything coming out of the portal?
Kind of shimmering as if several pebbles were dropped into a steel pond. There's no definite ripple, but it is rippling all over.
No, I think Bolbin would only, if we're preparing stuff, he would take the dodge action, if anything.
Okay. And I think that's everybody I've checked with. Huh. No skills. How can you not have any skills? Huh. Never mind. And just as everybody's standing around, it only takes a moment or so. Just like, ta-da. Do you all now see the demon head?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice
Yep.
big bull horns.
Yes. And this is what pops out of the portal. And he'll sit there, and just as a slight cinematic description, as everybody, is going to roll initiative or anything, he'll turn out of the portal, look around, and kind of stretch, arching his back and sending his arms out. And not pictured in the picture, you see two arms with giant pincers that he raises up high into the air. But then underneath them are two other arms that then stretch down that are closed in clenched fists, as his horns just so. And he looks up to the sky and he utters back a growl, and you can all hear in your heads in Dwarvish, "I have come to prepare the way for Lolth. Kneel down before me, so that your blood may be sacrificed to the Spider Queen." And roll initiative.
Awesome. Jeez, I got 2.
Hey, okay, we have Farn with a 2. What's its dexterity modifier? Because it very well may go first. Oh. Farn with a 2. What'd you get, Tordek?
13.
Tordek. What'd you get, Bulbin?
You're muted, Robin.
And I try to be so quick. It's a 13, 11 plus 2.
What do you got, Tordek, for a dexterity modifier?
2.
Y'all decide. Athena, who goes first? Athena, what's
I do.
yours?
14.
Hey, Athena goes. And then let me see here. B comes before T, so Bulbin will go next. That sounds like a good way to try it. But it will actually win initiative. And you know what? Since Farn is standing there, like in the center of the room with his armor and his shield, he's just going to walk up, straight up to you, and be like, "Kneel or die." And a pincher will come and try to slap at you, but you manage to knock it off with your shield, and the other one comes in, but your armor in your hand is enough to knock it away. But then suddenly you get, miss up with an uppercut from his thing, but he'll finally hit you with this final swing of his fist for very little bludgeoning damage. Let's see how much. 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he finally connects after he went all willy-nilly on you, and you hear in your voice.
Farron steps into the punch.
6 bludgeoning damage, and the voice in your head goes, "You will be the first sacrificed for Lolth."
I wouldn't have it any other way. And then he readies his hammer for 5 rounds later.
Yeah. Athena, you are up next.
Yep, standing in the shadows over there and seeing this thing appear and seeing it slam into him. There, and she's gonna shoot just a regular bolt, no poison.
Good, because he's immune.
Well, which I would have known that, but she just knows that this is a different type of creature. So 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Let's see, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11 total damage.
That does hit.
Sneak attack also.
That does hit. That's sneak attack included in that?
Yeah, I rolled 2 1s on sneak attack and a 3. So, yep, 11 total. And then she's going to use her bonus action to stealth back in the shadows with a 16.
He does not see you as you stick around into the area. He pays no heed to whatever you went. Bulbin, it is your turn.
Oh, sorry, there, I was muted. Bulbin will look at this creature and ask him, "What do you seek here?"
The death of the rock blood so that my mistress, Lol, can return to this plane of existence and cover your world in webs. Even though he's talking real slow and deep, it's still just, milliseconds in your head. It's telepathy.
I thought it was only to use my entire turn to cover the 6 seconds.
Yes.
Bulbin will say, well, I am sorry, I don't think we can make an agreement on that. And he will... Yeah, I'm not sure how good this is, but I'll try to cast the Moonbeam on him.
Okay. At the beginning of his turn, he gets a saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw, and it takes 2d radiant damage on a failed one and half as much on a successful. And if he's a shape changer, he does it at disadvantage. And he reverts to original form. I don't think so either, but you gotta use what you have.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. So this beam of light just what is it, like 5 foot radius or something?
Yeah, it's 40
Pretty
feet
much.
high and 5 foot in radius.
Well, yeah, but the ceiling's not 40 feet high. But from ceiling to floor, this beam of moonlight just boom and glows, and any sort of dim darkness that was there before is now well lit up right where he's standing. So I'm assuming that's pretty much it for Bulbin. Tordek.
So Tordek will go into a rage, and then he will charge forth towards where Farron was being attacked, and he will chop at the arms where he was punching him or attacking him with.
Your raging anger is like cool water to me.
For an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 11 slashing for the first chop, and then I will spin around and chop at his other arm for a 20 to hit.
That'll hit also. Yeah.
Alright. And that's another 11 slashing.
There's her weapon slam into him that chops a demon ichor come dripping from his body, and he's like, your rage is well earned. You shall die next. And, Varn.
All right, so Farn, brandishing his hammer in his right hand, he swings down, and purely for cinematic effect, he's using both attacks to try and smash this guy right in the toes. And so 2 16s. Rolled a 10 on both dice.
And they will both miss as he manages to parry your blows with his giant pinchers.
And if it's all right, he'll use his action surge as well. And so will that give him both his attacks again? Or just one?
It will.
Okay, yeah. So these will be uppercuts trying to hit that button right on the chin. Another 10, so that'll miss, but then a 17 on the dice with a +6, so 20 over.
That'll
20.
definitely hit.
Awesome. And so as it goes in to hit the chin, it probably catches some moonlight, and the silvered hammer just blows off all sorts of awesome-looking light as it connects with the chin. And I rolled a 1 on damage, so I returned the 4 damage to him.
Okay, so it'll then be his turn, so he makes a con saving throw. He's going to make it. Yeah, he makes his Constitution saving throw, so what happens to him? Bulbin?
I'm sorry, I thought it was related to the attack. He takes this plus this divided by 2, so he takes 7 radiant damage.
Okay. And he's not like not resistant to radiant, not vulnerable either. I assumed he'd be vulnerable, but he is not.
And he is not a shape changer, we find out.
No, he's still in the same form that he was before. And you're like, this light is bothersome to me. And he will turn. There's something changing me. His grapple is GCTC. The grapple gets 2. Oh, he doesn't have a. That's amazing. So anyway, he will actually reach out with his pinchers and pinch at you, Tordek, but you nimbly miss out of the way. And he'll pinch at you also, the Barn, and miss with those also. But with his other one, he will look at Bulbin, and he'll utter a guttural roar at you, which gives you a Constitution saving throw, if you would, please. Actually, no, you don't get one yet. As he does this, he's like, power word stun. You are stunned, Bulbin. And at the end of your turn, you can make a Constitution saving throw, DC 16, to not be stunned anymore.
Okay, cool.
And that's when you get it. And that would be his turn. So, Athena, it is your action now.
Yep, I'm just going to kind of sneak out of my shadow again and shoot at him again and sneak back. Let's see, that's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Let's see, total damage would be 3, 4, 9, 14. 14 damage.
As the little crossbow bolt smacks into him again, he looks at you and he's like, well, you shall feel my wrath soon enough, Stoneblood.
Yep, and a 14 to stealth back in the shadow.
And 14, that'll do it. Bulbin.
Yeah,
Give me
actually,
a Constitution saving throw.
wait a second. I think I have something up my sleeve for once. I'll
Okay.
just need to make sure the spell doesn't require me to move my hands, as I have a hard time doing that at the moment. Let me see. There. Oh, it's a vocal and somatic. Well, no lesser restoration on myself then. Let me do the con check instead. Oh yeah, 7. I'm stunned.
Still stunned?
I whisper
I'm
over to
sorry.
the warrior. Please put your hand into my pocket. I have a magic wand there. You can use it to cast lesser restoration on me.
Okay, question, can you speak while stunned?
Yeah, actually, I thought you lost your action, but stun says a stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly.
Ah. Question.
The creature automatically fails con and strength and dex saving throws, and attacks against it has advantage.
What would you say about concentration? Is the moonbeam concentration?
The
Also.
moonbeam is a concentration, yeah, but I haven't taken any damage.
Yeah. So you can still, while stunned, concentrate?
It's up to you, but like it doesn't affect my mental capabilities.
Alright. I'll say that you can still manage to concentrate on it. It's
Until he decides to like push me over so I fall on the ground or something, because then I would most likely lose it.
Yes, until he actually attacks you. But at the moment, he just felt like you were the one to do that too. So that would be Bolton's turn, still stunned. Tordek.
Okay. So did he turn around? I didn't. Nah, it doesn't matter.
He just looked. He's well, I mean, both of you are in melee with him, Farn and him. So he's reached out on one side to grasp you with a pincher, and the other side to grasp you, Tordek.
All right. I'll just continue chopping at his pinchers. That's 18 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. 13 slashing on the first one, and then I will slash at his pincher again. That's a 13. That one will miss.
Yeah. But you did manage to hit him as your axe goes into him. Oh. He is slowly but surely being whittled down, and he's like, "You are a feisty bunch of sacrifices for my Queen Law." And Farn, it is your turn.
And after finding limited success with this being's chin, he's going to bring his hammer back to the feet and try and clomp the toes again with his 2 attacks, one to each foot. And 7 and a 9 on the dice, so 15 is the highest one there.
Both of your hammer swings miss.
Blast you, foul beast! That'll finish his turn.
Okay. He will reach out again and, what the hell, try to grasp both of you in his pinchers. And he will reach out for you, Tordek, and miss thoroughly, but he will get you, Farn, with your excellent armor class even. And his pincher for, wow, 19 points of damage, damn near max. And if both of you two will give me a wisdom saving throw, as his 2 hands move around and he mutters a gibbering sound. Give me a wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
Oh, I got 17. I got rolled a 15 and I got a +2.
You make it. You are not confused. What about you, Tordek? Not
Sorry,
by
I
you two,
stepped
I
away
meant
for
the
a
2 in
second.
melee with him.
I
Okay.
stepped away for a
Give me a
second.
DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh.
Yes.
I thought you wanted a strength. 8. Oh, wait. A saving throw? Yeah, 18.
Okay, neither of you are confused. But Farn, you are grappled as he holds you in his pincher.
Okay.
And he's going to stop casting spells and just start pummeling people.
It's my
But
plan.
nobody's confused. Okay. Oh, also, since the moonbeam is still in effect, he gets to make a con saving throw. And he made his saving throw, so how much radiant damage does he take
He made it.
from the moonbeam, Bolman? He made it?
Oh yeah. This time it's 9, so 4.
Okay.
The
So then it'll
DC
be a...
the DC for the saving throw. You have that one?
It's a... Bolman, I know he rolled a 19 on the dice, so he made it. It's 13.
Oh yeah. It's 15 actually.
Oh, what? You increased your DC save? Okay.
Yeah, because I got proficiency and I upped my wisdom at level 4.
Oh,
I haven't played since level 3.
Yeah, I had it down as 13. But yeah, he made it
No
anyway.
worries. No worries. I just thought maybe you didn't have it because I recall I haven't posted that anywhere.
And then it'll be Athena. And yes, Athena, you are hidden. He did not see you dip into a shadow in the room. So,
Yep,
You're
same
hidden
old
at-
thing. Same old thing for her. Sneak out, shoot, and jump back in the shadow. It's going to be a miss. So I know it's a miss, but anyway, to get back in the shadows, I got a 12 this time.
I see you looking there, little one. You shall be sacrificed as soon as I dispatch these two.
She just gives him kind of a go to hell look.
Bolden, give me another Constitution saving throw, please. And you're muted, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I said that's a 16 on the die you can see on my screen. And I also
I can't
have...
see it on your screen.
Oh, you can't? I'm using Dice Stream.
Oh, I can see him, but
I
he's
know.
using screen share or whatever. He's
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It may be blocked off.
I rolled the
Okay,
16
you are no
and I have +3, so it's a 19.
You are no longer stunned.
Is that at the
But
beginning
it's
of my
the
turn?
end of your turn.
Of course it is. Well,
Sorry.
I'm done. It's not your fault, but it's.
But you're not
I
stunned.
assumed it. No, I have the freedom to do nothing. I appreciate it.
Tordek, it is now your turn.
Tordek's sick and tired of hearing him talk the whole time while we're trying to fight, so he's gonna jump up and swing
You
at
will
his
not
face.
hear me speak anymore when you are dead and gone.
And he's going to swing for a 26. He hits him
That'll
squarely
smack him thoroughly.
in his big head. Oh, max damage too. So that's 14 slashing. And then I'm gonna spin around and come with an uppercut. That's a 20 total.
That'll hit also.
And that is another 12 slashing.
Oh. You are a reticent bunch. You will make good sacrifices to my queen. Farn, it is now your turn to act. What puny things do you have for the great Glabrazu?
And as Labrador is orating to me, asking what my next action might be,
You are grappled. That just means you movement. He's not restrained. You just can't move. You can still, but you're in melee. He's holding you by the pincher. You can still whack him.
so
Pretty much no effect to you.
with bonus action, Farron is going to just collect his thoughts and use the second wind to get a few hit points. And so he rolled a 4, so that's 9 back. And then, does that mean he'll still have 2 attacks when he attacks with his action?
He actually has 4 or 2 and cast a spell. Then he did 2 and cast a spell both times.
Oh no, I meant Farron.
But I think I'm.
Can I still use my extra attack?
Oh yeah, Farn.
Cool. So yeah, I'll swing with the hammer as well. And they're not at disadvantage for being grappled?
No, it's just grappled. A lot of creatures that grapple say that you have the restrained condition or they have advantage or anything. No, this one just says you're grappled, which just simply means you have a movement of 0.
Excellent. So one attack was a 3 on the dice, but the other one was a modified 21.
That one will smack him upside his bloody, ugly-looking head.
And,
You pack a good punch.
And it strikes home 6 points of blunt damage to the temple. And it is silver, but I doubt it does anything.
No, I care not for silver. Do I look like a werewolf? And it will then be his turn again, and he will make a Constitution saving throw for this moonbeam going off on his head. And he will make it. So how much radiant damage does he do, Druid Man? Which you are muted?
He got 2 10s though, but he is muted. But
I actually
okay.
said I will let Justin read out my roll. So it was kind of fun that you did.
Okay, so he takes 10 damage then?
Yeah.
And he will go and he'll be like, I'm not sure which one I should attack more, so I shall once again split up my attacks. and a pincher will come, and he will finally get you in a pincher, Tordek. And as he does such on your side where you are facing him, his fist will come up because he is done casting spells with his hands, but it'll bounce off your shield. But Fawn will, the pincher will close and then open again as he tries to snatch you and fail to succeed in that. But he will catch you with his fist from his lower hand for 8 points of bludgeoning damage from his fist, Fawn.
And of course, Farn, he leans into it.
But the pincher for Tordek is very gruesome and will be 15 points of bludgeoning damage, Tordek, as he grasps and clunges you with the pincher. And you are now grappled and cannot move anywhere. Not that you would go anywhere anyway, as long as there's still breath in my lungs to speak.
Correct.
So, Athena, I see you lurking over there. You do not have advantage. But I am in melee. So sneak attack is available if your puny crossbow hits me.
And she'll look at him and go, "Here it comes, beast." I'm glad I said that. It worked out. 22 to hit.
That does hit me.
16, 11, 16 total. 16 total damage with the bolt.
I'm starting to feel a little weak now.
And he's still got to
You
watch me in
shall
the
die
shadows.
soon. Give me a check.
Yep, I had 11, so I know he's going to see me.
I see you lurking over there, you skulking dwarf. You would be favored by my mistress. She likes the hiding drow also. Your blood shall greatly nourish her.
Good, you can take me
Bulbin,
last.
you are no longer stunned by my power word. Lucky for you before I dispatch these two dwarven fighters.
Yeah. Have any of you fighters taken a lot of damage? Do any of you need any kind of healing at the moment?
No.
How about
I just
this demon thing? Does he wear anything
Yes.
made out of metal, by the way?
It says natural armor. He's not really wielding weapons. I'm gonna go with, since he's a minion of Loth, no.
He's a big lobster.
With giant horns on the top of my head.
A demon lobster.
Well, I guess I have to stick to my character. Bolbin got kind of fed up with this guy when he stunned him for 3 rounds. If there's one thing Bolbin doesn't like is to be told what to do and what not to do. And when that is done by spells, well, it's a bad day. He turns back into bear form, like shouting and screaming. It starts with something, "I hate you equally much as drows," and then it goes into like all kinds of animal noises again. And he will run towards this beast and attack it with a claw and a bite. A claw will be a miss, and a bite will be a 19 to hit.
You have successfully bitten me. Your raging bear form is like cool water to me. Your hate nourishes me thoroughly.
9 piercing damage.
I am well, starting to be under half my life. I hate you. Tordek.
So Tordek will not worry about his pincher, and he will swing back for his mouth or his head, whatever he thinks it's coming from. And he will miss on the first one. A 19 on the second one.
That will hit.
And that is 7 slashing.
Very good of you, Toldeck. But, your granny swings an axe about as well. Fawn, what puny attacks do you have for the great Glabra Zoo?
2 strokes of my mighty hammer should dispatch of you. Oh, I got a 4, but it's flanked by a nat 20.
Oh, that is an excellent.
16 blunt damage to the temple as the hammer arcs in a wayward blow.
Oh, that is a good blow. You shall solely feel my wrath next round. As I make my concentration save, and believe it or not, for the first time, 15, right? He still makes it, a 15.
Thank you for really letting me down there. You get 8 damage.
Well, my mistress will be displeased with me if I do not slay every dwarf in this mine so she may reappear. I will come back for you. I hate all dwarves now. And he will go and pinch both at you, Fawn, for getting that critical on him. But one pincher only will succeed. And the punch from the bottom hand and the punch from the other hand as he finally hits 3 out of his 4 attacks. As he unleashes his rage and fury at Fawn. For minimal 7 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage from his pincher. And you are grappled and held. And let me find my D4. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage as he smacks you with one fist. And 9 points of bludgeoning damage as the other fist smacks you. Believe it or not, they do about half the damage of his pincher, except for this time, where he sucks with his pincher. But you're still grappled as he got you with it. The other one missed, and then the fist came in and pummeled you, Paul. And he is like, if you do manage to slay the great Glabra Zoo, know that it is only 100 years I am banished to the abyss. I shall be back and slay you all in your old age. Dwarves live that long, and if you have passed away, then your ancestry shall suffer my wrath. Unless you lay down now to be sacrifices for the great Spider Queen, know that your ancestral line shall be haunted by Glabra Zoo. Athena, it is your turn. I see you skulking, dwarf.
Yep, she comes out of the shadows and spits on the ground and says, I have no family left. They were all murdered. And shoots a bolt at him. Let's see. 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Let's see.
He is in melee.
6, 11, 14, 15 total.
Okay.
And
He's falling down to one knee, but still alive.
She's going to try to go back to the shadows, but doesn't do too well with an 8.
Uh-huh. I see you lurking over there. You have not.
You might have cut out, Michael.
Glaubo got him.
Okay. I just had some Star Wars thing pop up. Do you all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
I shared in a chat earlier and I said that's the noises I made when I can't hit anything as a bear. And it was Chewbacca making funny noises.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Chewbacca! Arr, what a Wookiee. Okay, Athena, so that would be Bulbin's turn?
Yeah. Yeah, it's my start of my turn. I'm having some issues with my pointer here, but yeah, I will continue to bite and try to claw this thing. Bite first, then claw. That will be 15 and 16 to hit.
Both of them miss. I do not care for your bear form, for it is not the rock blood needed to bring my mistress to me. You are an insignificant beast.
Bulbin, when he tries to speak, Bulbin will just roar really loud, not to be able to hear any of his insults, and he's done.
How annoying is my voice to you, Tordek? Do you wish to silence me with your hammer?
Absolutely, with both swings. We will slay you today, and we will slay you 100 years from now. And the first attack is for 22. And the second one misses.
You managed to do well.
That is 9 slashing.
But just FYI, the only species after 100 years that is still capable of fighting with Glabrazoo is those accursed elves.
The Silverbeard clan will be here. That's who.
Yes. You will be ancient if you are still alive. But it does not bother me, for it is the minuscule fawn's turn to try to affect the great Glabrazoo. You insignificant dwarf, your rock blood will do well for my mistress. You are still muted. I cannot hear you with your pathetic swings of your hammer. You dwarven mute. Your swings are so crappy.
Are you on Farron right now?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
I thought you were still talking to Tordek, but sorry. Yeah, Farron absolutely is going to swing out with his hammers, or hammer strikes. And 14 and a 15, so that's a 21 and a 22. Or no.
Oh,
that's a 20 and a 21. Sorry. And
it is armor class 17, just FYI.
so, yeah, he's going to come in, hit one side of the head, and bang, hit the other side of the head right after. And rolled a 2 on both the d8s, so 5 damage on each strike, with blunt.
Ooh. You have unsucceeded in slaying me this round, and I shall act again. And I shall take one of you with me. I shall drag you, Fawn, to the very abyss. But first I will make my concentration saving throw for this beam of light that is so annoying because I am not resistant to radiant damage. How much does he take?
Did he make it?
Yes.
4.
Advantage on magic saving throws and a +9 con modifier saving throw. So yeah, he's making this one every time. But still,
Yeah,
he's taking damage every round from this. Yeah. But he will finish, and he will try to take Farn with him as he clutches at you with a pincer and fails to succeed. But the second pincher will get you, Farn. And he'll swing and connect thoroughly with one fist and both fists, once again hitting with 3 of his attacks. And the pincher will be a decent 14 points of bludgeoning damage as he crushes your head with his pincher and bends your helmet down on him. And as he does so, that fist will smack at you for 10 points of bludgeoning damage right into your face. And then 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he bangs into your chest, denting your armor there. The great Grablazoo has dragged you to hell with him. Are you still up?
No, the first one either brought me to 0 or -3 if it carries over. And then, yeah, 17 more blunt after that, which is 1 more than my constitution.
He still got me grappled.
Well, yes. Well, I mean, I suppose he would technically have to not use his pincher, though, so I'm assuming you're no longer grappled. If he's using all his pinchers on the same other person. But are you saying you are 0?
Yeah, the first attack brought me to 0.
Oh.
So he's limp. He's, a bunch of his teeth roll out on the ground.
And he'll hold you up in his head, and he'll be like, "This is what shall happen to all of you unless you kneel before the great Glabrazu. Athena, I see you skulking over there."
Let go of my friend. And her bolt almost hits her friend and slings off his shield and keeps going.
Do not say I will live another round to make a con save. Bolbin.
Yeah, she's not going to hide either. No, I never ate on hide.
I critted on my claw.
Oh.
I rolled a 16 on the dice with my bite. You're going down, demon.
Yeah, that will probably do it.
That will be 4d6 and 1d8. So, that wasn't impressive, but still. It will be 6, 7, 12, 28 damage. But if you're resistant, I can divide it up.
He is resistant, but Glabrazu did not have that many hit points left. You may describe how you kill him, and then I will describe his final death speech.
Bolbin's bear form tears into his chest with his claws, and then you can see the entire mouth of the bear grabs around the head, over the horns and everything, and you hear this horrendous cracking sound as his skull gives in, and you can see the bear opens up his mouth again, starts spitting out some kind of goo, and walks like a bit back again.
And the spit and all the goo and everything just coalesce and just sips and eeks as a whole body of him that remains slings back into the portal like a black demony ichor. And as it's being sucked back into the portal, leaving no trace of anything, Farn will fall damn near lifeless to the floor. And you will hear the voice in your head go, 100 years is not so long. You may have stopped my mistress from coming out now, but I have kin, and we shall eventually prepare the way. If not here, then another dwarf mine. And that will be all. He will disappear.
As Bolbin walks away, he immediately reverts back to dwarven form, and he starts throwing up. And when he's done throwing up, he'll say, that tastes way worse than Drow. I couldn't imagine anything tasting worse than Drow, but demons apparently do. And he will stumble over to his downed friend and put his healing hands on him.
I think I am dead, though, because the second wound was a 10, and I made a death saving throw of 8 against it, if I'm reading the rules right.
The 2 punches would have been 2 failed saves. If the first
Oh, okay.
Just would have given two failed.
Well, my first save was an 8
Unless-
though, so that's my third failed then. Unless this goes off before it.
He killed before you would have made your third save or not. So at the moment, somebody to make a medicine
And actually, no,
All
I
right.
realize now
Heal,
I passed that
and as long-
because I have a +3 for con or +6. I forgot for con
Oh,
saves.
fuck. Man.
If possible, I would like to cast Cure Wounds on him on a level 3 slot.
Yeah, I suppose I'll allow it. Damn it. I'll kill somebody. I swear. I'll kill somebody soon. See, what I should have done with him is instead of continuing the fight as two fighters, just take the opportunity attacks, walk over to the stunned Bolden, and just unleash pure hell on him. That's what I should have
Oh
done.
yeah, you would have taken him out in a round. He had 28 hit points, and you have advantage on all attacks.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't have missed.
And
The
maybe
round, the
No, I
round
didn't wanna-
before, the round before, I thought maybe I should turn into bear form just to survive one round of attacks, and then nah, we can wait one round. Oh, you're stunned. Okay, cool.
and maybe I should have said I needed healing, but I was at over 35, I think, when you asked. So I thought it was set set to die. No.
Well, he kind of beat up on you a little bit more than me. I think he only hit me once.
Wait.
He got a crit on him, and so he's like, that's it. I will focus on that, man.
Farron's like the Star Trek guy who'd never got a name. He's just a city guard who stepped in for the
Red shirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
His hammer is set to stun.
Are we down in the chamber now where the portal is?
You are.
As soon as I cast Cure Wounds on Farron, you can roll your hit points yourself if you like.
Okay. Is that 3d8?
Yeah, plus something. I think it's my
Your wisdom
which
modifier.
would be +4.
Cool. So it'll put me at 15. Awesome.
Then I will start to do the thing to seal the portal again. If I remember correctly, that was some kind of hard save that we never made on our 10 first attempts last time.
Give me an Arcana check.
That will be 14 plus 0, so 14.
Okay, that will you will be able to 14 plus 0.
He's
Yeah, I have
wise.
no arcane arts. I have wisdom.
Let's say you had advantage. Let's say you had. Oh, all right. Let's just say that your wisdom modifier then will help with this because you've done it once before.
If I had advantage, it would be
And with-
13 and 14. But if I can do my wisdom modifiers, or would you like me to roll any wisdom-based skills?
I can see that you're wise enough to be able to determine how to
Religion?
reseal
How-
this portal again. Yeah.
I have a 17 for religion then.
Oh, there you go. That'll work. That's a definite work. So, you're familiar with religion and how Clannigan has operated. And so you're able to reseal this portal again, temporarily, of course, since you don't have the permanent sealing. But you can close it again. As you're working on it, you can hear just barely whispers, and as you go on it, it'll get slighter and slighter of demonic threats
So,
echoing in your brain from the portal.
could Farron initiate a short rest while this procedure's going on? If he drags himself over to the side of the wall and digs into some grub? Excellent. And he's going to throw all his hit dice at that. Or is it just half at a short rest?
As many as you like.
Okay.
No, you can.
All of them.
And you got 5d10 to use.
Cool.
So we will assume you have 50 hit points now.
I have 39 now.
How far are you from full?
59 is my full, but this would be. Oh yeah, toughness gave me 10 extra ones, but yeah, so I got 20 more till full. But I'm a sturdy dwarf right now.
As soon as the ritual is off, Balbin will go over to you and pick up some berries from his pocket and say, if you're still not feeling well, have some berries. They will help you. And he gives you 10 of these strange-looking wild berries.
Oh, thank you, good dwarf. And he accepts them in his open hands and he eats them quickly.
Wouldn't these berries be better if you fermented them into some good liquor?
No doubt, no doubt.
Dwarf on.
He begrudgingly eats the sweet berries. Non-fermented.
Alright. Y'all have managed to close the portal and see if he shows back up again. Checking the portal, make sure that it is closed. So anything else you all would like to do while you're waiting for him besides guarding the portal, making sure the seals stay?
I'm going to also rest and use a dice.
Okay. It'll be a couple days before the guy arrives.
Then I assume we will have the time for a long rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he does arrive. You'll notice if you start to see the seals fail, but if the seals start to fail again, then you can probably assume that he's not coming and Marrow probably killed him. Because Marrow would probably kill him if he doesn't come.
Yeah,
I'm just guessing.
Marrow can take them, guys.
But anything else y'all would like to do while you're waiting? Would you like to do anything, or are you just going to stand down here and guard and wait? You can easily just shout back up through the lift of the mine and have more food and supplies brought down for you, even a whole roasted mutton.
Yes, we will have the
need
mutton.
be. But as long as y'all just want to stay down here and guard and keep checking on the portals, I'm okay with that. And we'll just fast forward it for a couple days.
Sounds good.
That's fine.
Alright. And then as the hours are drawing near and you start to notice that while the seals are still holding, you're starting to see them start to weaken a little bit. You feel a little anxious about this when suddenly click, 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 click. Down comes Marrow and Toll. Marrow is quite an, he is, and Marrow will. I hate putting words in the character's mouths, but he's not here. He's like, I brought him, and we'll hell of a time we had with getting through the drow. Just FYI, some drow moved in here, but as long as we can close this portal, fuck them drow. We'll have them all tied up and running for cover as long as he can do this blood, and then he passes out. The priest is like,
I don't know about Marrow, but that was a perfect Todor.
the priest will be like, yeah, we happened to have a few beers before we came down. Actually, we had a few of that good amber brew while there with a shot of our Stonehammer whiskey in each cup. So we're a little tipsy, but if y'all wouldn't mind, as I promised, a dwarf word is a dwarf word, and I shall have it. I've managed to seal my portal permanently here. I'm a little drunk, but here is the hammer and the chisel of Kleinigan, and a book. Yeah, this will give you precise instructions on how to do it. And I'm gonna go pass it out with Marrow, okay?
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm done. And y'all have the hammer and the chisel, and y'all can spend. It'll take you a few days, but y'all can spend the time to reseal this portal permanently.
Hey, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Whenever Mero passed out, and maybe we set him up against a stone wall, whatever, Athena's going to walk over to him with nobody else seeing this, hopefully. She's going to pull that gem out of her pocket, and she's going to place it in his belt pouch and whisper in his ear, "You deserve this more than I did. You actually brought him here and saved the clan," and walks off.
Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed. Mara will open up with one eye and look at you, and you can hear his voice in your head go, "I'm impressed by you. I had no idea that you would show such compassion. I thought maybe you would frame him with this." No, sorry, you don't hear that at all.
Bolbin finally, he's actually quite happy that the bard came here unharmed, but when he starts talking again, he casts silence.
I like it. I actually thought that you would offer the bard a drink, except instead of giving him a shot of whiskey, one of those small things, like, "Oops, I accidentally gave you a vial of that drow poison. Drink up, man."
I know it's not that Bolbin doesn't like the bard like a person. He respects him as a dwarf, a fellow dwarf. It's just that he is not like he's quite opposite to most dwarves. He's not like used to the dwarven society with drinking and singing and all that stuff. So he rather the bard shut up and do something else.
But you'll have managed to save the day. It would take you a couple more days to seal this portal the permanent way, but you can do such. And you all have managed to save the day and close the portal and be able to get this silver load out of the mine and back up. The drow will leave shortly thereafter because, their priestesses and such will keep in contact with the demons from the other plane in Loth, so they will know that this portal is now permanently sealed, and that this is no longer an option for this stone blood rite. And so they will leave again, and you'll have managed to do this. And as when you're finished, your beloved Dane will greet you all and be like, "Why, my fine heroes, I have always greatly appreciated you. You are truly noble dwarves. Even you, Stick Squirrel Man. You are one of the noblest dwarves, and your kin shall be paragons of our kind, and shall go down in dwarf lore as the saviors. Your reward shall be great. What do you require from us?"
Gold and ale?
Ale and gold.
Law.
Definitely could start there.
Ale and gold shall be had, and you shall have your wanton fill of ale for the rest of this year until our next mining thing comes at no cost at the local tavern for you noble warriors of our dwarf clan. And, well, there's a silver mine. Gold's in short supply around here, but we can find some.
Silver
And
one.
you all shall be most welcome. And your name shall be praised.
Athena's going to
All
approach Dane and explain to him that she thanks him for the gifts that he's providing, but she wants one thing of him, that she knows that he doesn't deal with the humans much, but she wants to know if there's any way he can help her get her name clear of the murder that was really self-defense.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I shall send matter of fact, I believe this town is on our trade route as we send our silver down. Trust me, we have more than enough silver here to be able to feed all families for several years, longer than need be. I'm sure we could spend a few of that coin to prove your innocence. Consider it done, Athena. As long as you don't venture down into those human lands until we have sent all silver down, you shall be safe and free again.
She gives him just a little wry smile and curtsies down and says, "Thank you."
And your name shall be praised. All hail the great Tordek. All hail the great Fawn. All hail the great Athena. All hail the great Mero. And all hail the great Bulbin. Yes, even Bulbin. All hail him. And the dwarves will cheer and they'll be, woo.
Great, Dane. Well, I have no wishes for your silver, but I wish something. When you fuel your smithies to melt the silver and make the weapons, could you, instead of using this awful charcoal, maybe going over to use this biofuel I have managed to make out of teeth? I had to answer the phone, sorry.
Yeah. Sure. Even though you know that even though it's maybe biofuel, it releases as much carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere as the burning of these fossil fuels. Burning is burning, just so you know. But it shall be done. Hippie dwarf, it shall be done. Open up more trade. However, I must say that the burning of biofuels will then also put in the fact that, acres for corn as opposed to acres for fuel. Just, FYI. But it shall be done. And so we'll end Shadow in the Deep number 3. Everybody please say goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.